We've got some more unsettling shenanigans happening on eBay sports card auctions that we are going to share here today. In the second half of the video, we're going to talk about the PSA eBay arrangement, the partnership. A Nat Turner announcement came out here recently. Stick around. What's going on, sports card family? We are back again another day. It's another video. Thanks very much for joining me on this beautiful Wednesday. Starting to heat up here in North Carolina. It is just about pool season. Our neighborhood pool has got like the opening season. We're going to have live music and all this stuff, barbecue. It's going to be a good time. I hope that you all have some cool summer plans ahead. Before I get started, huge thanks to today's video sponsor, your friends at COMC.com. 35 million plus cards in the inventory, an absolute treasure trove for collectors with a wide range of options to suit every taste and preference. The user-friendly COMC interface allows you to filter and search for cards with absolute ease, ensuring you find exactly what cards you're looking for to add to your collection. You can now run auctions through COMC on eBay. You can grade through COMC, all the goodness over there. So definitely check them out in my links down below. All right, friends, we talked about this issue going back a few days on another video, and I'm getting more and more information. My sources bringing more information that is, again, a little bit unsettling, and we will have some specifics here just to watch out for. And I think very specifically, we're seeing targeted high-end basketball cards. So look, we're deep into NBA playoffs. We've got a lot of young stars out here doing their thing. There's no LeBron James. There's no Steph Curry. There's no Kevin Durant. The young guns are out there looking to make their mark in the NBA playoffs. And what's happening is you're seeing a lot of these cards that are flowing through in an attempt to sell at a certain price. And when they're not getting that price, it looks like it's just relisted and it's just relisted and it's just relisted. But again, it's not necessarily we're talking about a handful of cards. We're talking about some pretty big volume. And I hope that from eBay's standpoint, this has got to be something that I hope triggers something on the back end. It's like, why is this stuff being relisted 100 times? So let's take a quick look here. We're going to look at a few different examples. The first one, a 2015 Nikola Jokic, the Joker, Red Wave rookie card. This is a beautiful card, but this thing has been relisted 5 times so far. And again, beautiful card. Obviously, the Joker just won another MVP. They were just knocked off by the T-Wolves, to be honest, kind of surprisingly to me. I know the Wolves are a good team, but the Wolves historically not known for being that team that's going to go deep into the postseason. Can they knock off the Mavs and go to the finals? It's exciting. It's exciting times, as we talked about, but this is a big card in the basketball world. If you're a basketball card collector, the Joker, probably the best player in the NBA. I know we could debate that. He's definitely top 2, top 3. And these are very important cards for him going back to 2015 when they didn't have as many parallels and variations. So you might be thinking, oh, it's a red wave. You know, what's a red wave? Yeah, if you look at today's Prism, there's red wave and there's ruby wave and there's maroon and you got every shade of red possible, fuchsia. But back then, there was not as many. 2015 kind of pre-crazy basketball print run boom parallel stuff. This one's been relisted 5 times and counting. So just, again, big warning, big yellow flag. I don't want to necessarily call it a red flag, but you make the decision as to whether or not it's a red flag. We've talked about this. How does this happen? Maybe 5 times in a row, it's a non-paying buyer. Maybe they're just very, very unlucky, but it looks more to me, I'm speculating here, that the price was not achieved, that they wanted to reach, and we just relisted. We cancel and we relist. All right, next up, another amazing card. This card is sick. 2019-2020 Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, dual auto eminence. So you know this stuff is expensive. Of course, Durant, Steph Curry, won titles together. These Warrior teams were some of the best of all time with Clay, Steph, and Durant, and the way that they were able to win. Some of the all-time greats here. Eminence numbered to 5, dual autograph on card. It's been relisted 4 times and counting. Will it be 5? Will it be 6? What number are they trying to achieve? Did I just have an accent pop out there that I wasn't aware of? Anyway, we move on. 2021-2022 Steph Curry Immaculate Patch Auto number to 25. Again, an amazing card. It is in a BGS 9.5 holder. And being serious here, if I'm looking at a modern day player that I would want to buy into, I know a lot of focus is on LeBron James. LeBron, the all-time scoring leader, this, that, and whatever, the longevity, how long he's played. I would pick Steph Curry because I think the game changed thanks to Steph Curry. Steph Curry's ability to shoot the three and from anywhere on the court, not necessarily just like getting open, coming off a screen, spotting up. No, the fact that he was hitting him from the logo, the fact that he's flying out of bounds and making him off the baseline, he changed the entire way that not only the NBA is being played, the WNBA is being played. Who's the big prospect star that's just coming into the league? Who is it? It's not a physically imposing player. It's Caitlin Clark, small guard that can hit threes from all over the court. Sound familiar? Steph Curry has changed the way that basketball on the men's side and the women's side is being played. Not to mention, he is an absolute idol in Golden State, in California. He always will be. He always will be. So, Steph Curry for me is a very intriguing kind of, I want to buy this player and kind of hold some of these cards, but it's not quite time yet for me. For me, I want to see a little bit of the, the career kind of slide down. Steph Curry is still playing at a pretty high level. I'm watching the next couple of years as he's rounding out the twilight of his career before buying into any specific cards. But these are big time cards. These are dual autos, they're on card, there's patch autos, they're low numbered, and they're out of big important sets. Eminence, Immaculate, there's probably National Treasures examples, etc. And so it's just being careful with these types of cards. If you get trapped in here where you're trying to bid on a card because, man, these are nice cards, and you're like, oh man, I want to get on this card, not realizing that you might be getting shilled pretty heavily here. It's just something to keep track of. So we got that one. Last but not least, we'll throw out a rising star here. SGA 2018-2019 Fast Break Neon Green, numbered out of 5, BGS 9.5. SGA in the MVP running. Amazing player, the Thunder, that young Thunder team, were the 1 seed in the West. I mean, you're talking about the future of the NBA possibly with SGA and Chet and the rest of the gang. He is a part of this young group that is rising. They might have a title here in the next couple of years, few years, as they mature and age up into the NBA. This card's been relisted 6 times. So clearly not getting the number that they're trying to achieve, or again, maybe the most unlucky sellers to where, man, nobody pays. We just have to keep on relisting. Now, I will say, just a personal story here, I did have a non-payer a couple of days ago for a $150 card that I sold. And he said, hey, my son was the one that bought this, went on a shopping spree yesterday. And I wrote back to him and I just said, dude, literally, this is the dog ate my homework, most cliche excuse for not paying for a card that you bought on eBay. I mean, it's the most cliche excuse at this point. He wrote back to me, hey, my son is 26 and he has Down syndrome. He's the one that bought the card. I apologize for the inconvenience. And I wrote back, I want to believe, again, I don't know this person. I want to believe in humanity. And I just said, hey, look, if that is true, I'm sorry for overreacting. Have a great day. I just hope, I really, really hope that someone is not using Down syndrome as part of the excuse if that is not the truth. I really hope that that is the truth there. But again, stuff happens. Does it happen 5 times, 6 times, 7 times to get a card relisted? Maybe it does. Maybe it does. But I don't know, guys. You have to make up your own mind, I suppose. Last but not least, Nat Turner made an announcement speaking of eBay. PSA, of course, we've talked about this. PSA and eBay in partnership here. And what they're trying to do is really control the movement of inventory. So your card is sitting in the PSA vault. Remember that collectors PSA are taking over the eBay vault. So the PSA vault, eBay vault, it's all one thing. And so the idea here is that if you have a card in the PSA vault, you can very easily, in the next few weeks, Nat announced, move that to auction on eBay. I think what will probably come eventually is you can also put it as a bin, as a buy it now, or an auction. But right now, I believe it's just going to be a 7-day auction. I assume over time, they'll add in the other options as well. But right now, if it's sitting in the PSA vault, move it directly to auction if you'd like, or you send in your grading submission. I think this is what you'll see most of. send in the grading submission, and then after the grades hit, it either is coming home to you, PSA Vault, or it's going to eBay. Those are going to be the options. And I mean, for a lot of people, that is highly convenient. Think about all the people that are sending in cards really just to turn around and resell. That eliminates a lot of, to the post office and the shipping labels. I mean, especially for big time resellers, dealers, for card shops, that is going to be extremely nice to not have to worry about. And Nat mentions here they're going to handle the logistics as well. So it's one-stop shop type thing. And you're probably saying, yeah, but what's the price? They did put up the initial pricing here. Now, just from initial glance, and again, I didn't comb through this thing. Initial glance, it looked to me that you're paying an extra couple of points for this service, for this convenience. Some people might say, hey, look, I'm already paying so much on eBay, I don't want to deal with this. But if your selling fee is 13% and now you're paying 14 or 15%, but you're not having to handle anything and they're kind of taking care of it and it's convenience, we have seen, humans have proven that they will pay for convenience. If it saves time, if it saves energy, human beings will pay for convenience. I think this is going to be a very, very popular service, but we'll see how this rolls out. Is it clunky? What's the deal with this thing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, my friends. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.